So let me do some breathing. Actually, I've learned this technique from Ralph Smart, and I've noticed that in this kind of video creation is a very good way to start a video. Okay, so you start with a very beautiful energy. Now, I want to explain to you guys chosen ones, empaths, light workers. My videos are for chosen people and light workers and spiritually gifted people. Okay, I don't talk for narcissists. I don't talk for toxic people because I don't know that frequency. Let me explain to you guys the difference between the old version of you and the new version of you. The old version of you pretty much is built from the ego. It has been created from the ego. Okay. The new version of you is normally achieved, or let's say it normally shows, and you can be able to experience this normally post awakening. So that's when you really pretty much like move into the authentic version of you. So there's the ego one and there's the authentic you. The ego you and the authentic you. So you start to separate between the two. So you move away a little bit from the ego side of you and you start moving into the authentic version of you. That's the difference between the old version of you and the new version of you. Now there's a problem. Well, I don't like to use the word problems. There's a challenge. The old version of you has got your family members, your friends, your wives and your husbands, your children and everything, your workmates. The new version of you pretty much has resonates pretty much with your soul tribe. So those are the people who understand you. They're the guys who don't judge you. They're the people who get inspired by you. They're the people who want to see your growth. Okay? That's where you find the new version of you, is the authentic you. Now, a lot of times when you're going through this transition, I've told you guys, this thing happens after spiritual awakening, whereby you start to step out of that ego and become your authentic self. A lot of times, the people that you've always known way back in time, like I've told you, the friends and family members and wives and husbands, you start to feel like you no longer resonate pretty much with those kind of individuals. And sometimes it's very painful because you're feeling like, yes, okay, you really liked them and maybe appreciated them, but at the same time, you feel like the lifestyle you have been living back in the days, back in time, it wasn't you was not living in your authentic truth. Or I could say in your authentic image. And sometimes you're starting to shed some skin so that you can be able to step into your true authentic self. Now, that's why you see the challenge, because all the people that you have been pretty much resonating with back in time, they can only recognize the old version of you. Okay? They know the woman you used to date, they know the things you used to speak about, they know the clothes you used to wear, they know the foods you used to eat, they knew your address where you used to live. They knew pretty much everything that described the old version of you. When you go through this awakening, you're choosing to heal, okay? Heal yourself, because you're realizing that you need to do some healing work on yourself so that you can be able to elevate and spiritually ascend into your highest version, to become your highest version. The people that you have been with back in the days, it is a very uncomfortable experience for them, because what are they now going to do with you? How are they going to be able to talk to you? What are they going to tell you? You may sometimes find yourself that you can no longer meet them, you can no longer see them, you're no longer talking with them. Even sometimes you don't even, you don't feel like you need to give them a call, or you don't feel like you need to go back there, because a lot of those things, they pretty much remind you of the old version of you. But now you're trying to let that old version of you go so that you can be able to step in the new version of you, whereby you will be able to meet the people that are meant to be on your path, on your journey, your destiny helpers, your soul tribe, your real family, okay, your soul family. So there's people that you have way back in time, like I've said, in the old version of you. When they see you doing this transition, going through this transition, it is going to become very uncomfortable. Okay? Even when you run into them, and it's going to happen a lot of each other, a lot against each other. This thing is going to happen whereby you're going to be meeting a lot of those individuals along your journey, and sometimes you want to share a word or two, but sometimes you're going to feel like the two of you, or the three of you, or the four of you, you're not on the same frequency. Okay, you are speaking a different language, and you may sometimes hear a lot of people who are like, "What is wrong with you?" You may hear sometimes words in the corridor. Have you guys seen what so and so is doing? Have you seen what they are saying? Have you seen the way they are doing? Have you seen even the food they are eating? Because they don't recognize that you're stepping very much, pretty much into the new version of you. They can only remember that old version of you, because all the things you're doing post awakening and during and after this transition, they're complete opposite of the old version of you. So that is what bringing about the confusion, because now they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what to do with you. How can we speak to so and so? They sometimes even shy to come around you. This is why you see a lot of times so many people that you used to know way back in time, pre-awakening, they eventually start to gravitate and shift away from you. That is because you are in an energy which recognizes authenticity. They are in an energy, still in an energy which is pretty much resonating with the ego. And you are transforming and transitioning out of that ego self of you. Okay. So this starts to create confusion. It may even sometimes develop into jealousy. It may develop into hatred. You may sometimes all of a sudden wake up and all the people that you used to know back in time, all your family members, for some reason, they turn against you. You're hearing a lot of things in the corridor, very bad things about you. You know, they are saying a lot of crap about you. A lot of the things they are saying, they don't even understand what they're saying. Is why I've told you guys so many times in these videos that do not take these things personal. Okay, on this journey, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see a lot of things happen. There is things that are going to shock you to the marrow. You will see people's faces. You will see people's personalities. You will see people change in front of your face. When you're not with them, everything is okay. The moment you show up, the face will switch instantly, automatically, and you cannot even barely understand what is going on. That is because you have stepped into a version of you that is extremely uncomfortable for your old folks and family members. Now, when you start to see these kind of things happening, just understand, okay? Understand where people are coming from, because that's the thing with authenticity. When you start stepping into pretty much into your authenticity, you will always understand where people are coming from, because you understand you are now no longer on that energetic frequency that used to be when you was the old version of you, okay? You are stepping into higher energies and higher vibration. And all the people that you used to know way back in time, they're still pretty much in the same frequency. They have not done any work. Probably they're still asleep. They have not awakened. And there's nothing you can do, okay? You're walking your own journey. You're running your own race. So for the empaths who are going through this transition and everything, you just have to understand that there's a birth that is happening spiritually inside of you. There's these upgrades that are going on spiritually, you know, physically, emotionally, even at some point you're going to be financially, whereby you're going to recognize that you have built yourself so much. Because you see, when you step into this authentic version of you, it also starts to bring in something what they call purpose. You start to step a little bit more into your purpose and life purpose and whatever, your path. And eventually over time, you're going to start realizing that you are actually financially stable as well. It brings you some form of financial stability, and it brings very beautiful souls in your life. When this kind of transition is happening, chosen ones, don't try to think that it's personal. Don't try to think there's a problem with those people, or why are they treating you like this? Why have they stepped away from you? Maybe sometime you invited them for a party, they didn't come, or sometimes they invited you, you didn't go. You are no longer on that vibration and frequency. You're heading somewhere else, okay? And they also have their own journeys to walk and their own directions to go. And the two of you are completely moving in different directions. Just understand that they simply recognize, still recognize the old version of you. They cannot recognize the new version of you. They do not even know the person that you've become. It's very confusing for them. They cannot even process that in their mind, what exactly happened to you. So you might hear words like, that guy is crazy. They think they're the best. They think like they're this, or they think that they're that. They think that they're better than us. Because I've told you, these people think that you are in some kind of competition with them. They're all not going to realize that you have gone through these transitions. There was no transitioning with you, okay? But you've been going through these transitions, and most of the times these things have been happening in silence. Because I've told you guys, normally this transition process, the transition period of a chosen one, usually happens in silence, whereby there's no background noise, there's no all friends and family members, so they even don't know what you're doing with yourself during that hermit mode silence period, okay, the silent period and the isolation period. They don't know what you're doing with yourself. They may one day wake up to the results of what you've been doing, but they will not see that process when it is happening, okay? So they will not be able to recognize you. It's going to be your family members, okay? Like I've said, your parents, they're going to call you names. They may start calling each other up and, tell that guy to go and see a doctor, a psychiatrist. We don't know what is going on in their heads. We think they're going crazy or something like that. People are going to start to think that you're going crazy and they want to put you back to sleep. Allow the transition to happen. Allow the new version of you to be born. On that journey, you'll meet your soul tribe. You will meet your destiny helpers. You will be guided. You will be protected. You will be guarded. Everything that is meant to be for you will come to you or will stay with you. What is not meant to be for you will fall away from you because it's no longer a part of you. Allow the process to be so that you can become that person you came here to be. So let's know what you think about the video in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Denzoma signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.